Being new to a country gives you a lot of good feelings, and buying a new home may be one of your top goals. Here are some tips you should consider before closing the deal. Everyone knows that a better credit score will better your chance of favorable rates and any type of financing. But many think you can't secure a mortgage from a top financial institution in Canada without a credit score, but this is not true. It may not be one of the most favorable terms, but most of the top banks in Canada offer programs specifically designed to help newcomers. If you find the newcomer programs are not for you, you still have other options to build credit. Consider to get secured credit cards because you essentially borrow money from yourself and it still gets reported to the credit bureau. Another small way to build credit is by getting a postpaid mobile plan instead of a prepaid one. A best practice for setting your budget is to try to get a pre-approved mortgage first by visiting banks or private lenders directly or by going through a mortgage broker. This will give you an idea of just how much you can afford. Keep an additional 1 to 2% of property cost to put towards basic expenses that could catch first-time buyers by surprise. A real estate agent can be very helpful with this step. Once you have decided on a rough budget, next you will want to calculate is how much of a down payment you can afford. Take into consideration that in Canada, if you put any lower than a 20% down payment, you'll have to pay CMHC insurance premiums. These insurance premium rates can be up to 4% of your mortgage down payment. The Canadian government offers incentives such as the first-time homebuyer incentive, which could save you thousands of dollars, and the Homebuyers plan, which allows you to withdraw $35,000 from RRSP without any penalty. Be sure to check any rebates from your provinces as well. Talk to your mortgage lender to see if you qualify for the program. An obvious first step is to choose an ideal location. Buying a home in Toronto versus the extended GTA might mean a difference of hundreds of thousands of dollars. Next, consider services that you'll find important, like nearby public transportation, grocery stores, and schools if you have kids or plan on having kids. You have 3 hunting options. If you plan to do it yourself, here are a few tips. Depending on your preferences, you may consider buying during a specific stage in the building process. However, this won't work if you want a house as soon as possible. Or, if you buy a house late in the construction process, you likely won't have much room to change how the house looks. Here's where a lot of people make costly mistakes, so read carefully and do your research. A new house does not mean it's going to be perfect, so you should still consider the following. Buying a new house could be a stressful process for many, but it should also be fun. Once you secure a home that is everything you wanted, you'll thank yourself for all the freedom it affords you. That's it. We hope it helps you. This is brought to you by Remitby, the best way to send money abroad from Canada.